Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're uncovering one of America's hidden treasures. A tiny piece of metal that holds an enormous secret. It's the Montana State Quarter, released in 2007 as part of the United States Mint's legendary 50 State Quarters program. At first glance, it might seem like any ordinary 25-cent coin jingling in your pocket, but under the right conditions, this unassuming quarter could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Let's start by traveling back to 2007. When Montana proudly joined the lineup of state quarters celebrating America's diverse heritage. Each design told a story, and Montana's coin is no exception. On the front, you see the familiar profile of George Washington, but the reverse steals the show, featuring a striking image of a bison skull set against a sweeping Montana landscape. Above it reads, "Big Sky Country," the state's proud nickname. This bold design honors the spirit of the American West, its wide open plains, and the rugged strength of its people. Now, while millions of Montana quarters were minted, not every coin came out perfectly. And that's where the magic and the money begins. Collectors have discovered that a few of these coins carry rare minting errors, making them incredibly valuable. Imagine holding a coin that was supposed to be just 25 cents, but instead became a collector's dream worth thousands. These rare pieces often show double die errors, off-center strikes, or even planchette mistakes. Tiny flaws that slipped through the mint's quality control, but now make the coin one of a kind. One of the most famous varieties of the Montana quarter is the so-called extra outline, or ghost bison error, where the bison skull appears to have a shadow or doubled edge. Under magnification, you can see faint doubling along the horns or the inscription. This subtle imperfection, invisible to most, turns an ordinary coin into a prized collector's piece. Another version features a misaligned die, where part of the design shifts ever so slightly out of place, giving the coin a mysterious and unique appearance. These are the kinds of quirks that make coin enthusiasts go wild, the imperfections that turn metal into history. Collectors around the world love coins like the 2007 Montana quarter because they're not just currency, they're stories frozen in time. Each one carries the tale of a brief mistake that became a masterpiece. The hunt for these rare quarters has become a passion among treasure hunters, who search rolls of coins from banks and old collections hoping to find that one special piece. When they do, the discovery can be life-changing. A single coin, small enough to fit between your fingers, can hold more value than a chest of ordinary change. So, what should you look for if you happen to come across a Montana quarter? Check both sides carefully. Look closely at the bison skull. Is there doubling around the horns or letters? Are the words slightly misaligned? Does the coin have an unusual shine, tone, or texture? Even the smallest difference can mean the coin was struck under unique conditions, making it stand apart from millions of others. Keep an eye out for proof-like surfaces or missing details, as these can indicate a striking error or experimental planchette. The beauty of coin collecting is that you never know when you might stumble upon a hidden gem. The 2007 Montana State Quarter reminds us that great treasures often come in small packages, and sometimes the most ordinary things can turn out to be extraordinary. If you've got a jar of old coins sitting at home, it might be time to take a second look. You never know, that plain quarter could actually be a piece of American minting history. And here's the part you've been waiting for, the jaw-dropping number that makes this story unforgettable. A rare Montana 2007 quarter with exceptional minting errors and perfect preservation has been reported to sell for an astonishing $83,000. So check your change, collectors. You might just be holding a fortune in your hands. Top 2, we're turning our attention to one of the most beautiful and mysterious coins from the 50 State Quarters series, the 2003 Arkansas State Quarter. This coin may look ordinary at first glance, but hidden within its shimmering surface lies a story of history, artistry, and surprising value. So get comfortable and listen closely, because this might just be the coin that changes how you look at your pocket change forever. The Arkansas quarter was released in 2003, celebrating the natural beauty and heritage of the natural state. On one side, you'll find the familiar image of George Washington, steady and proud, representing the foundation of American coinage. But flip it over, and you're greeted by an elegant design that captures the spirit of Arkansas. There's a majestic diamond at the center, paying tribute to Crater of Diamonds State Park, the only diamond-producing site in the world open to the public. Alongside it, two soaring mallard ducks glide gracefully above a calm lake, framed by tall reeds. This design perfectly captures Arkansas's wild landscapes and its sparkling natural treasures. When these quarters first entered circulation, millions were produced by the U.S. Mint, and they quickly found their way into the hands of Americans across the nation. But not every coin was created equal. Hidden among the countless ordinary Arkansas quarters are a few extremely rare examples that contain striking errors, mistakes made during the minting process that transformed an everyday coin into a collector's dream. These are the quarters that can take your breath away, not for their beauty alone, but for their incredible value. One of the most fascinating errors found on the 2003 Arkansas quarter is the double die error. In this variation, the details of the design appear slightly doubled. The lettering, the diamond, or even the ducks might look like they have a faint shadow or outline. This happens when the coin is struck twice by misaligned dies, creating a subtle but unmistakable duplication. To the untrained eye, it might look like a trick of the light, but to a collector, it's a ticket to serious treasure. Another rare minting issue is the off-center strike, where the design doesn't align properly with the coin's edge. These coins show parts of the image shifted or missing, leaving extra blank metal on one side. The greater the misalignment, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. There are also examples of Arkansas quarters struck on the wrong planchet, meaning the coin was accidentally minted on a metal blank intended for a different denomination. These unusual mistakes make each coin unique, and collectors will pay high prices to own one. What makes the Arkansas quarter even more special is its connection to America's natural legacy. It's a coin that reminds us of the beauty of our land, from sparkling rivers to hidden diamonds underground. For collectors, owning this coin isn't just about its value. It's about holding a small piece of American history, a token that captures both nature's wonder and human craftsmanship. If you happen to find one of these coins, take a close look. Examine the lettering, the diamond, and the ducks. Look for doubling, shadows, or shifts in the design. Even a tiny imperfection could mean you're holding a rare mint error. Keep your magnifying glass ready, because discoveries like these often go unnoticed by people who don't know what to look for. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby. It's a treasure hunt where history and mystery meet. The thrill of discovering a rare piece like the Arkansas 2003 quarter is something every collector dreams of. Each coin tells a story of the mint worker's hands that struck it, the journey it's taken through time, and the luck of the person who finds it. And now for the moment you've been waiting for, the unbelievable value that makes this coin a legend among collectors. A rare Arkansas State quarter from 2003, featuring exceptional minting errors and preserved in flawless condition, has been known to reach an astonishing value of $80,000. So check your change, search those old jars, and don't overlook the quarters that pass through your hands, because one of them might just be the treasure you've been waiting for. Top 3. We're heading to the heart of American history, the state of Maryland, to uncover the story behind the 2000 Maryland State Quarter. This coin, part of the iconic 50 State Quarters series, holds a secret that has surprised even experienced collectors. Some of these coins, hiding quietly in pockets and coin jars, could be worth far more than their face value. So listen closely, because this is one coin story you won't want to miss. The Maryland quarter was released in the year 2000, the dawn of a new millennium, and it perfectly captures the state's proud heritage. The design features the Maryland State House dome, an architectural masterpiece from the 18th century, surrounded by branches of white oak leaves, a tribute to the state tree. Below the design are the words, "The Old Line State," a nickname earned for Maryland's brave soldiers during the Revolutionary War. Every line and curve of this coin reflects history, honor, and strength, qualities that make it a favorite among collectors. But as every collector knows, not all coins are created equal. When the United States Mint produced millions of these quarters, a few special ones came out unlike any others. Through small minting mistakes, rare conditions, and accidental variations, these coins became the stuff of legends. And when it comes to the Maryland quarter, some of these errors have turned an ordinary piece of pocket change into a small fortune point. One of the most fascinating varieties is the double die error, where parts of the design appear slightly duplicated. On certain Maryland quarters, you might notice doubled letters, especially around Maryland or the Old Line State. Under a magnifying glass, the text seems to shimmer or show ghost-like outlines, a sign of a rare and valuable double strike. These errors are often subtle, invisible to the casual observer, but they're what collectors dream of finding. Another rare and desirable version is the off-center strike. This happens when the blank metal planchet wasn't perfectly aligned in the minting press. The result? A design shifted off-center, leaving one side of the coin with extra metal space and the other with a partial image. The more dramatic the misalignment, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. Some off-center Maryland quarters show only half the State House dome or missing letters, features that make each one unique. Then there are coins struck on the wrong planchet. These are the true oddities. Maryland quarters accidentally minted on metal blanks meant for other denominations, such as nickels or dimes. These errors are incredibly rare, often lighter or smaller than standard quarters, and can sell for thousands due to their scarcity. Collectors also look for proof-like coins, pieces that escaped into circulation from special collector sets, with mirror-like finishes and razor-sharp details. Finding one of these flawless examples in circulation is almost like winning the lottery. And if a proof coin also contains a striking error, it instantly becomes a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. What makes the 2000 Maryland quarter so fascinating is its blend of artistry, history, and chance. Every coin tells a story, but this one carries the essence of America's founding spirit, from the Revolutionary War to the halls of the oldest state capitol still in use. And when a coin with such historical meaning also hides a rare minting mistake, it becomes more than money. It becomes a treasured SO. If you happen to come across a Maryland quarter, take a moment to study it carefully. Look for doubling in the lettering, uneven edges, or missing design details. Even the smallest imperfection might be the clue to something extraordinary. Keep your eyes sharp and your magnifying glass ready, because you never know when a simple coin could reveal a rare secret. For collectors, this is what makes the hobby so thrilling. The idea that history, luck, and curiosity can all fit into the palm of your hand. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone who loves the mystery of coins, the Maryland quarter reminds us that every piece of change could hold a hidden story. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the incredible number that has stunned collectors across the world. A rare 2000 Maryland state quarter, with remarkable minting errors and preserved in exceptional condition, has been valued at an astonishing $78,000. So check your change, friends. That shiny quarter from Maryland might just be your unexpected treasure waiting to be discovered. We're diving into one of the most breathtaking coins in the entire 50-state quarter series, the 2005 West Virginia State Quarter. At first glance, it's just a small piece of metal worth 25 cents, but for those who know its secret, it's a symbol of American craftsmanship, mystery, and incredible value. So, grab your magnifying glass and listen closely, because this is one story that could turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary fortune. When the West Virginia quarter was released in 2005, it became an instant favorite among collectors for its elegant and meaningful design. On the front, we see the familiar face of George Washington, steady and timeless. But it's the reverse side that captures the heart of this coin. It showcases the New River Gorge Bridge, one of the most remarkable engineering feats in the United States. Spanning more than 3,000 feet across a deep mountain gorge, this bridge symbolizes connection, progress, and the bold spirit of West Virginia. The words New River Gorge and 1863, the year West Virginia joined the Union, proudly frame the image, making it a perfect tribute to the mountain state. Millions of these quarters were struck and released into circulation, but hidden among them are a few with mysterious and rare errors that have transformed them from simple pocket change into treasures worth thousands. These are the coins that collectors dream about, the ones that slipped past the mint's careful inspection, carrying with them unique imperfections that make them one-of-a-kind point. One of the most fascinating and valuable types of these coins is the double die error. On some 2005 West Virginia quarters, you can see faint doubling around the lettering or along the lines of the bridge. It's subtle, a delicate shadow, a hint of repetition, but under magnification, it becomes clear that the coin was struck twice, slightly out of alignment. That tiny mistake makes all the difference, turning an ordinary coin into a rare gem sought after by collectors everywhere. Another incredible variation comes from off-center strikes. Imagine a coin where the design is slightly shifted, where part of the bridge doesn't quite fit perfectly on the surface, leaving a blank crescent of metal along one edge. The more dramatic the misalignment, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. Each off-center strike tells a story of a moment at the mint where precision slipped for just a second and history was made. Then there are planchet errors, coins struck on the wrong metal blanks. Some 2005 West Virginia quarters were mistakenly minted on planchets meant for nickels or dimes, giving them unusual color, size, or weight. These rare mistakes are instantly recognizable to experienced collectors and are often worth many times more than their face value. What makes the West Virginia quarter even more special is the sheer beauty of its design. The sweeping lines of the bridge, the detailed landscape, and the way light plays across its surface give it a striking appearance that stands out among all 50 state designs. For collectors, it's not just about rarity. It's about owning a small piece of art that captures the essence of American innovation and nature's grandeur. If you have a 2005 West Virginia quarter in your possession, take a closer look. Examine both sides under bright light. Look carefully at the lettering, the bridge, and the date. Search for doubling, uneven edges, or differences in shine and texture. Even a slight imperfection could mean that you're holding something truly valuable. Coins like these remind us that history hides in plain sight, sometimes sitting quietly in your change jar or resting at the bottom of a drawer. For true coin collectors, the excitement lies in the hunt. The moment you realize that a coin you've seen 100 times before suddenly looks a little different. It's that spark of discovery, the heartbeat of curiosity, and the thrill of finding something rare in the most unexpected place. The 2005 West Virginia quarter isn't just a coin. It's a story, a piece of art, and, for a lucky few, a treasure worth a small fortune. And now, for the part you've all been waiting for, the stunning number that makes this story unforgettable. A rare 2005 West Virginia state quarter with extraordinary minting errors and preserved in perfect condition has been valued at an astonishing $75,000. So, the next time you get a quarter in your change, don't overlook it. Take a second glance, because that tiny piece of metal might just be your ticket to a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, the next treasure could already be in your pocket. Top 5. Today's journey takes us to the heart of the Midwest, the great state of Indiana, to uncover the story of the 2002 Indiana State Quarter. At first glance, it's a small and simple piece of American change, but this coin carries secrets that could make it worth far more than 25 cents. So, listen closely, because this might just be the coin you've been searching for. The Indiana Quarter was released in 2002 as part of the U.S. Mint's legendary 50 State Quarters program, a series that celebrated each state's unique identity through design and history. The Indiana coin proudly features a race car speeding across an outline of the state, with 19 stars representing Indiana's position as the 19th state to join the Union. Above it all, the words "Crossroads of America" shine boldly, a nod to Indiana's central role in the nation's transportation and industry. It's a design full of motion, pride, and American spirit. But here's where things get fascinating. While millions of Indiana quarters were minted and released into circulation, only a few came out with remarkable minting errors, tiny imperfections that turned ordinary coins into highly valuable collectibles. And as any coin lover knows, those errors are what make a coin truly special. One of the most sought-after varieties is the double die error. On certain Indiana quarters, you might notice the faint doubling of letters, especially around the words "Crossroads of America" or "Indiana." Sometimes even the race car shows a ghost-like outline, a sign that the coin was struck twice, slightly out of alignment. It's subtle, but under magnification, it's unmistakable. And for collectors, it's pure gold. Another type of rare error comes from off-center strikes. Imagine a coin where the design doesn't sit perfectly within the border. Maybe part of the state's outline is missing, or the race car looks shifted toward one edge. These off-center strikes happen when the coin blank wasn't properly placed in the minting press, creating an uneven and unusual design. The greater the misalignment, the rarer the coin becomes. There are also planchet errors, coins struck on the wrong metal blank. Some Indiana quarters were accidentally minted on planchets meant for nickels or dimes, giving them different weights, colors, or textures. These one-in-a-million mistakes make each coin a unique piece of minting history. And then there are clipped planchets, where a small crescent-shaped section is missing from the edge, another rare and valuable feature that collectors chase eagerly. What makes the 2002 Indiana quarter even more appealing is the theme it carries. The design celebrates speed, innovation, and American craftsmanship, qualities that make it stand out among all the state quarters. Collectors are drawn not only to its striking imagery, but also to the story it tells about the spirit of Indiana and its place in American culture. It's a coin that captures both history and motion in a single snapshot. If you happen to find one of these quarters in your change, don't dismiss it too quickly. Examine it carefully under good lighting. Look for any doubling in the letters, missing edges, or signs of misalignment. Every small detail counts. Even the slightest difference could be the clue that turns a simple quarter into a rare treasure. And remember, the condition of the coin matters greatly. A pristine, uncirculated example with a visible mint error can skyrocket in value compared to a worn one. For collectors, the thrill lies not just in owning these rare coins, but in discovering them. In the quiet moment when you realize that something so small can hold so much history and worth. The Indiana State Quarter from 2002 is a perfect example of how art, history, and chance come together in a single piece of metal. It's a reminder that treasure doesn't always glitter in gold. Sometimes, it jingles in your pocket. And now for the part you've all been waiting for. The incredible value that makes this coin legendary. A rare 2002 Indiana State Quarter with extraordinary minting errors and in flawless, uncirculated condition has been valued at an astonishing $79,000 so. Check your change, coin lovers. That simple quarter might just be your ticket to something truly extraordinary. Keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, your next great discovery could be right in the palm of your hand. If you enjoyed this video and love discovering the hidden stories behind rare and valuable coins, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next treasure hunt into the world of coins. Every week, we uncover more amazing finds that could be hiding right in your pocket. So stay tuned, stay curious, and keep collecting.